Welcome to Stacey and All the Things. Today we are going to be making sourdough tortillas. I've been wanting to try this recipe for a while. I've been at work all day. I'm exhausted, but I want to do it. I got my Muumuu on. We're comfy. Let's cook. The recipe that I'm going to make calls for buttermilk. So I have 1 cup of milk in this measuring cup, and I'm going to have half the juice of this lime. I love these little cutting boards that I use in my kitchen. They are so pliable. I can just stick them anywhere in a drawer or behind any type of machine, and they'll just stack up. And I also love this juicer. This thing, we use it every single day. If it broke, we would have to replace it. We just love it. So of course, if you have real buttermilk, you don't have to do this process. Now we wait 10 minutes. Going to add 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm using olive oil. I would prefer coconut or avocado, but all I had was olive oil on this day. Those of you that follow my channel know that this sourdough jar is pretty new to me, and I am loving it. I love it's the perfect size for our family. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add 1/4 cup of sourdough starter, and you can use discard or you can use active starter. Either one is fine. We're gonna add our buttermilk. It's been sitting for 10 minutes. I'm gonna whisk that together real quick. Mix it all together. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Now to this, I'm going to add 1 cup and 5/8 cup of flour, which is 1.5 cups plus 2 tablespoons. In the description, I will put all of the measurements if you want the liters, whatever that measurement is. I'm an American, I don't know what those are. All right, let's get the flour going. And I'm not afraid to learn measurements. I do have a scale, I just haven't never used it. I should do that. I know I've told you all before, this Danish dough hook is one of my favorites that I use when I'm baking with sourdough. If you don't have one, you should get one. The amount of liquid I had inside of my sourdough starter was quite wet. And also I'm using corn flour. That can have something to do with the ratios as well. Getting closer, getting closer. I'm excited to try this recipe. Kind of bummed out my ratios didn't turn out. The gentleman that I watched make these tortillas encouraged using your hands, which I'm going to do, and there's a 10-minute kneading process. So we are going to knead. I can still tell it's really, really wet. Wow. I wonder if I should have not used corn flour. Pretty wet. I know I followed the recipe. The only thing I did different was I added corn flour. I had so much fun kneading this dough. Because I have made cinnamon rolls so many times, I decided to roll this dough into a tube and cut it into equal parts instead of cutting it out of a round ball like the individual that I watched on his video. Just something that I've learned in baking. The dough feels really nice. I've never had tortillas feel like this while I'm making them. This little trick I learned when I was in school. I worked in the kitchen with the cooks, and they taught me how to roll the bread, and we'd put them in and they would raise up, and then we'd have hot rolls for our lunch. All right. So we're going to let this rest for 30 minutes. While these are resting, I'm going to cover this with a kitchen towel. And while these are resting, I'm going to clean up this kitchen, and then we'll get ready to roll these out. So wet kitchen towel. We're just going to let those rest, and then we'll come back. All right, so I need flour to roll these out. We're going to go ahead and grab us a tortilla. I got my trusty rolling pin my husband made for me when I needed it, and I am loving it. I know it's just a dowel from the store, but I don't really care. I like it. All right, here we go. I'm going to set these right here to the side. The dough's been resting for about 30 minutes. All right, now the key is to keep them round. You want to roll them out till they're pretty much translucent, he said. Got the sun laying low as I'm burning down the highway. The rearview mirror's got everything I couldn't take. But up ahead I got everything I need. I got adventures coming my way. They feel really good too. The key to keeping your tortillas round is to start rolling from the center and press out, and then you don't go all the way to the end. I'm gonna go back and forth like this. I think I'm easier. We can roll them all out, and then we can cook them all. Under the stars tonight. I have made homemade tortillas before, but this is my first time making sourdough tortillas. I can tell you the dough feels so much nicer. When you roll it out, it's sort of pliable. I think every time I've made tortillas, I have the same issue. When I cook it in the skillet and the flour seems to start to burn in the pan, and pretty soon it's so dark and it starts to get on the tortillas. I'm not sure how to fix the issue other than to make sure that the tortillas are dusted off really well. And I also maybe might try doing an electric skillet instead of the cast iron. You see how the smoke's coming up? This is perfect. This tortilla is ballooning up just like it's supposed to. The steam is cooking the tortilla on the inside. I am so impressed with this recipe. I definitely will not roll them out so thin. I'll keep them more the size where they'll fit inside the pan. I'm doing lots of flipping with this tortilla. If you leave it too long on one side, it will burn. You'll notice at the end when I show you the tortillas, you can see that they're pretty dark. It's just from leaving them too long. You just need to keep an eye on them and don't let them sit too long on one side. Oh, I think this is my best one so far. I didn't roll it as thin as I did all the others. It's behaving more like his did on his video. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. Nice. Michael has been very patient. He's so ready for dinner. We decided to do ground beef with black beans. I threw in some taco seasoning, some shredded cheese, lettuce, sour cream, and a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce. I don't know if you can see in the background, homemade salsa. My friend Peggy Sue in Vernal sent me home with a jar of her homemade salsa. It's so good. I cherish it and save it for special meals so that it lasts longer. And we got a thumbs up from Mike. I am so excited to try these. So good. I'm totally going to make these again. They were wonderful. I wish you could be here to taste them. They are absolutely delicious. They're moist, they're pliable. They hold together when you go to make your burrito. They don't break or fall apart. They're absolutely delicious. So I will link in the goodie box down below the video that I watched and the recipes for the tortillas. I'm telling you, they are so good. Okay, you need to see this. We've had dinner. We've been watching television for probably about 30 minutes. I put those tortillas in this towel, like he said to do in his video. They are still warm and they are still pliable. I can't tell you how much I love this recipe. I'm excited to do this one again. Thanks for joining me on my Muumuu Madness, in my copycat recipe of sourdough tortillas. Just to recap, I did research on the einkorn flour, and that was the issue. Einkorn flour does not absorb liquid like regular flour, and so you have to reduce your liquid in your recipe if you want to use it. I want to thank you for watching my videos. If you like my content, please consider liking this video and subscribing, and we'll see you again here on Stacey and All the Things.